Out of all the purchases that we personally made in 2025, which ones are our favorite and which ones do we regret? Find out today on the Catholic Money Show.
This is going to be a fun one. Neither one of us really know what the other is going to say.
Nope.
You wanted to kind of keep it a surprise in advance. I see some objects, though, that are giving me a bit of
Well,
a
I've
but I
got
don't
some
know.
things underneath the blanket.
I know, you've hidden well.
There's a couple things I took pictures of.
Oh, and we may have some of the same. I'm not sure if we will. I'm not sure if we won't. I tried to get creative and think outside the box. And we might end up missing, because we both didn't want to say the same thing, we might miss
Something
maybe
great.
glaringly
or terrible.
obvious ones. Honorable mentions may need to come in at the end here. But I'm excited to learn about this. When Jonathan pitched the idea to me, there was a moment of temptation of, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't have any purchases that I regret.
Don't you?
But I do. Usually a little more indirect than like, I just bought something terrible. Most of us don't do that anymore. But there's something we did do, and then something broke, and then blah, blah, blah. There are certainly regrets that end up costing in big ways. And mine, when I realized that, the Lord served me up a nice several $100 slice of humble pie. And I remember.
Ooh, top end.
Remembered one of my biggest regrets.
All right.
The humility
How do you want to do this? Do you want to do our favorites, then our regrets, or alternate? Any strategic benefit to how we do this?
No, I hadn't thought of it. I thought this was your idea.
All right, let's start off. And I think as we share, and it's not just, oh, here's our stuff, but why it is our favorite, why we appreciate it. You know, what are the lessons here maybe that we can glean from this exercise?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so shall we begin?
We shall begin.
I will show you one of my favorites and tell you why.
Okay, do it. This is a duh. I know.
You knew?
I want it. I want to steal it from you. For those watching on YouTube, you can see it is Jonathan's
if you
Ember mug.
if you are listening to this episode, you might want to click the link in the notes and watch this one. Switch over to video if you're on Spotify, or go over to YouTube and watch the video of this one, because we're pulling them out and showing you. But yes, this is the Ember mug,
which keeps your cup of coffee always that perfect warm, hot temperature.
You can set to the degree that you want.
It's always that piping hot cup of coffee that never burns you, but also is not cooling as it's going, as the minutes go by.
So I picked this because you've been trying to get me to be a coffee drinker all 15 years of being married, with varying degrees of success. One of the reasons I was not always big on coffee is because
once it cools down,
by the time I remember that I poured myself a cup of coffee, it's lukewarm and disgusting. But if you can get coffee at just the right temperature, it's actually pretty dang tasty. And with this, every sip is. So
a good sip.
It is. I'm loving drinking coffee because it's always the right temperature. I got this at like an Amazon returns resale place or whatever.
That is
so it's probably
shutting down.
A third of the normal price. So that's really nice. It's the regular size. I probably would have liked the larger one.
Just get some refills.
But that's okay. Yeah, you can have some refills. It's great. I'm drinking coffee all day long.
Love it.
So
I brew half calf. Maybe you're not pouring from that same thing.
Usually.
All right. Do we want to hear? What do you want to?
So the lesson, I'd say the lesson here is, I'm able now to just appreciate something that you've been telling me about for so long, and it has helped me just get past the forgetting, and it's a good tool to help me enjoy life.
Welcome to coffee.
It's nice to be here.
Awesome.
All right. What's one of yours?
Alternate?
Yeah.
Now I don't have a picture.
That's okay.
And we don't have any more because my plan worked. Last April or May, we went to, what's that Home Goods of the outdoor?
Sierra
Trading Co.
Oh.
You know where this is going.
Okay.
And now I have a ton of examples like this, but this was a new one for me. We went to this Sierra Trading Co., which is essentially a Home Goods or a TJ Maxx for outdoorsy
It's their
people.
outdoors brand.
And there were 3 LL Bean pink I don't
It's like
insulated stroller bags
it's
that
like a
almost
sleeping bag that you put in the stroller. The straps go through it, so it's like a blanket that can't fall off when you put your kid in the stroller.
right. So, I mean, if you want to work out in the winter by going on runs in the winter or even just a walk around the neighborhood, you really do need something like this. And they were on the super clearance. I think they were $9 each when I found them on the rack, the clearance rack at this Sierra Trading. And I knew that these were a mid $100 item, brand new, and it had the tags on it, because the way these stores operate is Bean has this inventory and they don't want to deal with it anymore. And so these other stores buy them for a fraction of the cost and then resell them to us. So that's how they get such good deals. And sometimes you'll find like a really good name brand blank or a pair of Jimmy Choos. You'll find them at Home Goods or, TJ Maxx. You'll find stuff like that because they somehow get these really good brands to sell their stuff there.
And this is then even beyond that, because this is the clearance that they can't get rid of.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting these for
the overstock.
$9. I buy all three. So I'm about $30 into this thing. So I just decide I'm not listing these right now.
Just bide my time.
I'm going to bide my time. I'm going to sit on this investment. I don't need this money to return to me immediately. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until September. Then I'm going to list them, and I'm going to list all three on eBay. Could have maybe sold them in the local area, but Omaha is not the biggest market. It's not the biggest market. Well, it's not the coldest market.
I think all three went to the same state.
Where, Minnesota?
Maine.
Maine? Well, people know quality outdoors goods in Maine.
It is cold.
Anyway, I listed them. I had three in stock. I took pictures. I listed them. I want to say I listed them, between like $70 and $80, somewhere around there.
Somewhere.
So if you're...
With offers turned on. So most people just bought it at the asking price. Didn't even make an offer. What are you doing, people? Make me an offer. That's turned on for a reason. Find my bottom price, right? And then somebody did lowball. Which
you rejected.
I gave them a counter offer. They didn't go for it.
We walked away.
Because I knew these things were selling pretty quick. Somebody's going to come in at full price later. Which they did. So what is that? If you have 70 times 3, 210, eBay fees, all that, call it 190, 175 with shipping, blah, blah, blah. For me doing almost nothing other than taking pictures, and we go to the post office all the time anyway, this was a strong return on the investment. Oh, what? You go to the post office. I was going to say, yeah, you didn't do much selling these.
You go to the post office.
It was nice and easy.
I took a picture, I uploaded, I let AI write the description, and then Jonathan dealt with the rest.
I shoved it into the envelope and got it to fit.
Packed them, you shouldn't. Yeah, okay. That's why it was so easy for me. But hey, for that return, you didn't have much time involved in these.
No, it was easy.
From purchasing to selling to packing to shipping, we couldn't have had more than maybe 30 minutes invested into these.
Yes.
So I'd call it a strong ROI.
So why was this one of your tops?
This is one of my tops just because I'm proud of the skill set that I have. Now, I would be one of those, if we didn't do Wallet Win, and we have our RV stuff that we do business-wise, and then we're involved with different organizations and things that we like to give our time to. You know those channels where they flip and resell items?
Harry Tornado.
I would be the best of the best if I went all in. If I went all in and committed myself to that.
If you needed to start a business from scratch tomorrow, you would do
I'm not saying
reselling.
I necessarily would, but if our family somehow needed me to do that, I could scale it up to be a 6-figure business without a sweat.
You heard it here, folks.
But it's fun for me. See, sometimes when you take a passion and a skill you're good at and you turn it into a business, then you hate it. I want it to stay fun for me. I want it to stay a hobby. It's rejuvenating.
To turn on.
It's so fun. Like when I am feeling stressed, it's really fun for me to just go spend an hour walking around Thrift World, and it's de-stressing me. It's rejuvenating. It's not like scrolling social media. Like there's just a lot happening. And then somehow I end up turning that hour into a couple $100, just by reselling stuff. So it is a fruitful pastime for me.
Okay.
In more ways than one.
All right. I got another favorite. Close your eyes. It's going to take a little bit to get this up
boy.
here. You don't know it. You really don't know?
I don't know. It's under a blanket. Ooh, I heard something. Oh,
The coffee grinder.
Nice.
There's
Yes.
a theme going on.
There is. Jonathan gets into coffee, and then Jonathan gets really into coffee.
So it's a flat burr grinder, not even conical, babe. This is a
See, I told you. He
big old, it's all these different, grind settings, great consistency. This has made making coffee easier, more enjoyable, better tasting. It's awesome. You can set it to the 10th of a second for grind length. It's great. I love this thing. Again, also got at the Amazon return resale place.
You did. This is a theme amongst you.
Maybe. I love a good deal.
Was there a third thing?
I'm not going to say yet. So, but this is making coffee more fun, way easier. I'm able to do it
a lot
easier,
more.
Yeah, I've got my settings. There's the regular, there's the double. It's easy. I love this thing. This is what prompted this episode. I thought about this and just how it's just
pleased you were.
It's so nice to use. And I was going to say something. I thought, nope, I think this could be a fun podcast.
There we go.
So here we go.
It is a good one. Now, our coffee maker has a grinder built in, and I was fine using it.
No, it does
but
not.
This one is better.
It's got a Junko blade grind. You get fine dust and hunks of almost whole bean. No way.
This thing has changed our life.
This thing's great.
Apparently.
It's awesome.
I love it. And you got it the same day-ish?
It was like a week or two later. I was like, okay, this coffee thing's good.
You got it like for a song, right? Like what it would normally cost.
Oh, I got it maybe a fifth to a quarter of the regular price.
Yeah. So the Texeras, I like to describe our taste as we have champagne taste on a craft beer budget.
Oh, okay.
We won't act like it's Miller Lite.
Natty Ice.
It's not. It's higher than that, but it's certainly not.
I like that.
We like to drive a bargain, get a good deal.
So the other thing is this makes it's easier, it's more fun, a little fancier, improves. It's a luxury for sure.
Yeah.
But it was a good deal, so of course I like that about it. And I think I'm much more willing to get the coffee ready, which you appreciate. So it helps me do that job better.
I do appreciate that in the winter.
And boy, does it make a good
I really
cup.
need it. Yeah. All right.
I unplugged it to bring it down.
The third one, you know what? I know that the third one can't be brought to you by coffee because I think
because we ran out of all the coffee stuff.
Yeah, but if this was a week in the future, I did get you something for Christmas. That you might need to add. If we do this again next year, it'll be brought to you by coffee. Anyway, okay, so my second one.
This is a thing you love.
Yeah.
A purchase
we're going to keep going through the loves.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get to the regrets. Okay. I didn't hide them under a blanket.
I see
sorry. These are Chaco sandals. And Chaco, now I feel like everything's brought to you by outdoorsiness from me.
Interesting.
Because Chacos are an outdoors shoe brand.
Yeah.
I have been wearing them for, I don't even know, over 20 years.
Yeah.
Maybe. Somewhere around there. And I love them. They just last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to wear out. And they have great arch support. Another reason I love them is I walked the Camino in the original pair that I had years ago because it's a whole nother story, but I put gel insoles in my boots, screwed the boot up, messed my feet up, blisters. My foot wouldn't go in the boot anymore, so I had to wear the Chacos. They were so swollen. They were like sausages and couldn't go in. So I love Chacos. I have a pair with the toe straps and without the toe straps. But these ones, why I'm so proud of this purchase is if you know anything about Chacos, you know that they are over $100 item.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just such a good, high-quality sandal. And I'm talking, again, these are sandals that are going to last you decades. These ones were on sale at the kids shop.
The
thrift store. The annual, biannual kids sale that we would go to. But also it had men's and women's stuff as well. And I got it on half off day. So these were already listed at $14, which I think the only reason they weren't gone is because these were entered into the October sale, the fall sale. Instead of, had they been part of a spring sale, going into summer, they would have been gone. But nobody wanted to buy sandals in the middle of winter. So then on the half off day, they were, instead of 14, they were 7.
Wow.
So for $7, I
They're so
got these.
fun.
And they are the absolute perfect size. And they are super fun looking. And we're hoping to walk the Camino as a family, or at least part of the Camino. No 30-day Camino going on for the Texeras. Super mini Camino in about a year and a half. So I knew I wanted to get a pair of these. Now, because I have another pair, I'm guessing a child of ours might try to swipe these. The girls are now almost in the same shoe size as I am, which is insane.
Exciting and terrifying?
Yeah. Yeah, our oldest 2 girls, I think, are going to be taller than me. So I think that that makes sense that their feet are catching up. So, and they're going to be taller. So anyway, I love it. I love that I got those shoes for $7. Again, apparently the things I love most, the things that you love most, are when we get really good deals.
Getting the deal. Do you have one more thing that you like?
I do have one more thing.
I have another thing, and it was purchased at retail for full price.
Oh, we paid full price.
Holy moly. Better have been worth it.
It's got to be good.
Do you know what it might be?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, well, I had to take a photo.
Okay, take a photo.
Because I couldn't get it done.
I can't believe. Okay, go ahead. Yes, the freezer. I forgot about that.
Giant upright freezer in the garage.
Wait a minute. That wasn't on any sale.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we just bought it.
It was a good price.
It was. It was a great one. And that we needed it. It was like, hey, Texera's, your half hog and your half cow and all those chickens you ordered are going to be ready next week.
Yeah.
Do you have freezer space?
We kept waiting for some sale or on Facebook. Just never came together. Not the right one never came up. So we thought, well, let's get this. We ended up going with just an all freezer.
Is that what you want to talk about and highlight as like the best part of it?
I'm not sure.
I think a lot of people, when they get that garage fridge, they feel pressure to make it half fridge,
a regular
freezer.
fridge. Yeah.
Instead of just go full
we just
freezer.
all in on the freezer, which was good because we've needed every square inch of that thing to fit all of that meat. Yeah. But it also is good. It's like maybe we could have used some extra fridge space, around Thanksgiving or something. But not really. It would be sitting not used very well.
Yeah.
So this has been really great. And if we need to, now we'd have to take everything out, but it could also be a fridge. It could change its temperature. So it's got some neat little features. But I've thought it was a favorite purchase because it's allowing us to serve our family well and having more predictable food spending. We're able to get higher quality meat. Yeah. At a lower price because we're buying so much of it all at once. And then we're also not have to run out to the store all the time because as long as we can remember to take it out of the freezer in time, we always have something ready.
Yeah, we pretty much don't buy meat anymore. That is a huge change. It's also nice that it's in the garage because we used to have a deep freezer in the basement. And I don't know why. It just feels easier to just pop out to the garage quickly.
Well, it's right there next to the kitchen.
Yeah, it is. Instead of go all the way downstairs into the back storage room on the other side of the house.
The upright one is so much better. There's shelves. You don't have to dig. It's great.
Yeah, the deep chest freezers, I think.
I was playing... I don't know if you'd be this against the idea, but I was playing with the idea of getting rid of our regular fridge and getting another one of these, but set it to fridge. And then we just have our fridge, and then the freezer. I'm not opposed. I think if we would have thought like this
when we moved
in, and of course, the new house and all the appliances, we didn't have anything.
We had to buy them anyway.
If we did that in that same boat now, which we wouldn't be even if we were having a new house, I think we would have gone fridge, freezer.
Yeah. So when our fridge dies, we'll probably just replace it with a straight up fridge.
Oh.
Yep.
But it's a bit, so it's not as fun and interesting. And you know what? The kids loved it too, especially our little ones, because it came in a huge box. And we got to play with that thing for a couple weeks.
Yep, that was fun.
So it was a great buy.
I can't believe that your third one wasn't the RV. The camper van.
I don't think we've even mentioned it here yet.
We haven't even talked about it here. We have a secret new camper van. You know what?
Well, if you drive past, it ain't no secret because, boy, does it stand out.
You know what? It deserves its own episode in 2026.
Yes.
John, are you going to show a picture?
Yeah, I'll show a teaser
I don't
pic
know
of
where
it.
you're going to find a picture of it without
took a
typing in
pic.
camper van. This was an RV company that we knew, their brand, they were established, they were going out of business, and they were selling off all their inventory. And we bought the van that they used in their photos on their marketing. So that was helpful. We can use those images in our own listing now. There she is.
She is.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
I think come on.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Kind of mountainy and
crazy paint job or a wrap
fun.
or whatever.
It's super blurred. It's zooming in on
awesome.
your fingertips. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
I didn't include it.
That's a fun one. We haven't really.
I don't.
Jury's
maybe it was
out.
a terrible purchase. Maybe nobody's going to rent it.
No,
I think it's going to be an amazing purchase, and we're going to be really happy. But because it is unresolved, it is still a question mark.
Yeah,
it's
still in the process of like getting titled and registered and uploaded on Outdoorsy and RV Share. It's still kind of in flux. Couldn't count it. All right, my third thing.
Ooh, what's your third thing?
I'm all wrapped in a blanket, and I got to go down here.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, careful where you pick it up.
This is a little heavy for me. Can you?
I'll hold it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so this is our Mock Mill 100, which is a flour mill, right?
Grain mill, yeah.
A grain mill. So essentially,
I'm going to put it down because it is heavy.
Why I love this purchase, and a couple of reasons. One, Jonathan, you found this for me, and it was like the last one.
This was
on
in
the website right before tariffs were enacted.
This was in the midst of all the tariff situation when nobody knew what the heck was going to be going on. So nobody's ordering new stuff.
So this was like the last one they had in inventory.
Last one, I don't even know who I ordered it from. It was some baking company in Oregon or something. Like the regular website sold out, Amazon sold out, everybody's sold out.
But this one company had one.
And then maybe the ones you could find were quite expensive. But this was at the regular price still. It was one of the last ones. And we got it. And why did we get it? So this was an interesting development in 2025 for me. I have been gluten-free now since 2012. Around there, we discovered that I have the skin form of celiac where I just get hives all over my body if I'm eating gluten. And then my thyroid starts to throb, and then I feel like I have arthritis. So anyway, had to go gluten-free, been gluten-free forever. Figured out how to be gluten-free pretty well.
Sure. And then I read some interesting information that some people have been able to get back einkorn flour, which is a super ancient grain in a form of flour. One, it's not sprayed with it's organic, it's not sprayed with any chemicals, or it's not manipulated genetically. It's not filled in with like niacin,
fortified.
All the things that they do to flour nowadays, none of that. It just comes in its whole form. And then we mill it fresh. And then these people that have had celiac or gluten sensitivity issues have been able to eat products like this and then it not cause a reaction. So I was curious about, would that happen to me as well? And I think it was maybe April or May, we did our first order of einkorn-based grains. Like we bought
the flour,
the grains
already ground up. We
bought the flour ground up. Then we bought the grains to mill ourselves, and we also bought einkorn pasta.
Yes. And
we started experimenting, and I was able to eat those and have zero reaction. So, and then I got a little emboldened over the summer and kind of thought, hey, maybe I just don't have this anymore. And I ate just regular gluten. No, didn't translate.
Yes.
Hives, thyroid, arthritis, all of it back. So it really is like I can have gluten-free things and then I can have this einkorn.
Yeah.
And so it's really been kind of life-changing. Not that einkorn operates like regular gluten flour, so it's still, all the baked goods and things I make are still a little off or weird. Like you're not going to get a stretchy cinnamon roll out of this thing.
No.
You're not going to get that, just like I didn't get it with gluten-free. So
but I'd say it's
those days are just gone. But it just tastes so nutty and flavorful and I don't know. It's just Delicious.
I'd say the pizza crust that we can make
Oh,
with this
my goodness.
is so much better than any of the gluten-free pizza crusts that we've made, and a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it has some gluten. It's like a little bit different or weaker, or there's not as much. There's something going on there. So it can do some of the things, but it's great. That was going to be on my list if my list was longer.
Okay.
Because of what it's kind of allowed our family to do. Have more better meals, more together. We're not making two different things.
Yeah,
two different versions of something. So that's why I think it was a good purchase.
I think so too. It's still not like we can go out to eat at any restaurant. I mean, none of that's changed until restaurants start making things with organic einkorn. They're not. Newsflash. Maybe some places. All right.
So we've gone over our likes, our favorites. Now it's time for the regrets. We started with the good news. Here's the bad.
Okay. Here's the bad.
Do you want me to go first?
If you want to.
Okay. This one, it's a bit of a weak regret, but I chose it because both of mine are kind of weak regrets.
Okay.
But sticky, and that they persist. The regret persists. So it's a weak regret, but long lasting. So if you add that all up, it's a big regret.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
This shirt.
What? That shirt is good.
Is it good? I was putting it on today for this.
I like
and
that
shirt. I thought, maybe it's not so bad after all.
It's a great shirt.
No, I don't know if it's showing up on Yes, of course. I was there. It's from the place. It's great.
Okay.
Listen, we went and got some shirts. This is when we got the short sleeves, which were fantastic. This was the clearance rack.
Oh.
And it was like buy one, get one or something like that.
So what, the cut's all funny or
No, just the pattern is okay.
It's
not awesome.
I like it.
The green is a little
Olive?
drab. Yes, it's a little more olive green than I would have liked. I would have liked a brighter green. So, this is it.
This
the
is why
regret.
I buy clothes for him.
This is the regret that I thought about it in the store. Because you remember this? Because we did get this one that was blue and orange, and it's thicker, like it's more zoomed in or whatever, like it's a bigger pattern.
Okay.
There was an orangish one of this same thing. And then we saw the other one and go, ooh, that one's better.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
No.
No, of course not. So this shirt, the color, I find it just hard to, maybe it's all in my head or maybe it's the lighting in the closet because it's not so bad down here.
It's a great shirt.
I thought, I don't know. What could I wear? I don't know.
It's a nice shirt.
Anyway, so I've been hesitant to wear it. So everybody, you know what I say? If you don't love it in the store,
yeah, you.
So anyway, I've been weary to wear this shirt, and so then I'm like, I feel bad getting it.
It's such a good shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
It's a good shirt.
I was putting them on today, and I thought maybe I've been too hard on them.
You've been too hard, but okay, interesting regret.
I thought this would be a shocker for you.
But also not. I'm not kidding when I say, I try not to buy clothes for Jonathan.
I was there with you. I was party to this.
I know, but
to this decision.
Yeah, you do get a little sensory picky. It's just design.
But anyway, it feels nice. It's nice. It's stretchy. It feels good. You get this nice little, Anyway, okay. What's one of your regrets?
Do I put it on?
Yeah, you should. I put on the shirt.
Okay. Oh, I just dropped it. I'm so sorry. It's a wig. It's a wig, guys. And I'm going to get it and put it on here. I bought it at the kid shop.
The consignment sale.
The consignment sale. Here, let's put it on for everybody watching on YouTube.
It's like it's an actual wig.
It's an actual wig.
It's not like a Halloween wig.
Nope. Although for me, it kind of looks like one. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to get this on.
Looks great.
No, if I could actually figure out how to wear it, it'd probably be okay. But it's a center part, and that's not how I have a widow's peak, so it just doesn't work. And then I don't know how to get it on right. I mean, I could do a little more fussing with it, but the kids got a hold of it. They combed it a bunch, and it's just, apparently you're not supposed to really do that a lot with wigs, so it's a lost cause. I got it for $15, so I knew that if it was one of those things that just didn't work out, it was not going to be a devastating loss.
Yeah.
Now, something that has been haunting me in my TikTok shop for basically ever since I've been on TikTok is hair toppers.
What is a hair topper?
Well, it's what I want the wig to be, but it's not. So a hair topper is just kind of a partial wig that you kind of like my mass veil. You'd like clip it onto the crown of your head, but it comes with its own part that's a little more filled in. Then like you can kind of see my scalp because my hair is thinning as I've gotten older. I've always had thin hair, but it's just getting thinner, the older I'm getting. So yeah, I've been looking at the writing on the wall. I'm going to be one of those elderly women who, and praise God if I live that long, but you'll be able to see my scalp through my hair, and I'm probably going to tease it to try to make it look as full as possible.
And we'll bring the wig back out of that.
But I either need to get a wig or I need to get a hair topper. And so I was curious about that. And I thought, hey, I'll just try this hair topper. It's here. But I am to the point where, I think I will get a hair topper in 2026. And I'm not talking about wearing it every day of my life. But for certain things, like that time we went on EWTN, it certainly would have been nice to have had a hair topper for the stylist gal to work with. Like she was having a hard time doing anything with my hair because there's just so few of it to work with. And when you're on camera, like that's difficult, to not have enough stuff to work with. So just a couple of things where we are going out, whatnot. I think it'd be helpful to me. I'm not interested in getting a hair transplant or flying to Turkey to get, people do wild stuff or spending hundreds on special shampoos or medicines. I'm not going to go there, but a handful of times a year where I just want to have things a little fuller. Yeah, I think a hair topper would be nice. But I regret this purchase. This one is probably never going to get worn. It's probably going to end up in the costume.
When you made the purchase, did you really think this might just work? Or did you think I might end up regretting this?
Oh, I knew it was a toss-up. It was a 50-50. I was either going to be able to go home and watch a video or two and be able to slide this on and boom, look awesome, or it was going to be a huge fail. And of course, all the videos you watch online, people put things on and they look so good right away. But I don't know all the edits and the things they had to do.
Putting on wigs that are more than $15.
More than $15, or they have done it before.
And they know what they're doing.
Yeah, there's an infinite amount of things of why me putting it on and them putting it on turned out differently. So that was a regret.
All right. Yeah. I've got another regret.
Okay.
Can I share?
What? Show.
This is another persistent regret.
Okay.
And then I also had to take a picture of this one.
All right, let me see.
It's our TV.
Oh, what? What do you mean? At first, you'd bought a TV, and then you returned a TV, and then you bought another TV?
I will tell the tale of the TV.
Okay.
Our television broke.
Okay, yeah.
So we needed to replace it. And we had been, we like family movie night. If I would have had another favorite thing, it was hard to get in here, so I just didn't pick it. We got a popcorn machine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's been really great just to enhance this, and it was fun for your birthday party. So anyway, so we get into it. Okay, well, the thing broke. We weren't planning on it, but here's a chance to get a new TV, maybe a little bigger or something. So I do my thing. I get online. I'm finding the deals, cruising Marketplace, all that, and I got this one. It was was it a 80-inch or was it 90? It was huge. 86 inches.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
It was huge. This? I remember you got tangled up.
Way
in some
too big.
Sort of a
it
situation.
was way too big for with our about to be new situation arrangement, it might have fit. It still might have been too big. It was just too big.
Okay.
For the size of our basement and all that.
And you very much pay attention to how far the couch is away from the TV.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to have to be looking around when you're watching TV.
Yeah.
Also, the big thing was a Vizio, I think, and the way their smart TV operating system works now is it's just full of ads.
Yeah, right.
And for all sorts of junk.
Right when you turn it on.
So you turn it on, who knows what there's an ad for that the kids are seeing, or just that I don't want to wade through a ton of ads to use my television.
Yeah. Totally.
So
crazy.
and it was just there were no settings to turn that off or to limit what it could be. So it's going to be showing ads for, R-rated stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
That the kids are, it's there's no way around this. Anyway, I was able to get the guy. No, I know he wouldn't take it back. I was able to sell it to somebody else. I think for the same price, maybe made $50.
So where did you get the new one?
Then, this was another Marketplace find, but I did my homework. I knew that this was running Google TV, which has a kids mode. So there's a kids profile, and then ours, which does have a few ads, nowhere near as obnoxious. is behind a code, so they will never run into them. Here's the regret. Here's the lingering regret. So we went to go get this thing. Now, it didn't come with the original remote, but I don't really care about that. It would be nice, but oh well. Here's the regret. It was at these dudes' house. They're moving out or whatever. We plug it in to test it, and I noticed, and sounds like it's such a dumb problem. The backlight is uneven. So there's bright spots and some not as bright spots. Not like broken, but just it's a cheaper TV. So when it's dark, if the picture's dark, you can see like there's some brighter spots of the backlight, whether there's minor damage or that's just the way it is because it was cheaper. I saw that when we tested it, but I just wanted to be done with this TV drama. I wanted to get a deal. I didn't want to go to Costco and pay at the most $100 more. Maybe it might have been even less. So I just went forward with it. And I thought it won't be that bad. But it bothers me every time I see it. I'm so stupid. So I think this show is more about me and how picky or how caught up on such a small detail I can be. But it's a regret. It's a regret because I knew it wasn't. I didn't get hoodwinked. I didn't get tricked. I didn't get surprised. I walked into it willingly. I didn't want to say no. I didn't want to walk out. I wanted to come home with a TV right then, right there.
Listen.
And I went forward with it anyway.
Ask me how many times I've noticed it.
0. I don't need to ask.
0.
I don't need to ask because I know.
0. Let me just say this. For those who think that this TV story sounded complicated, just know this is what Jonathan does when he's in charge of shopping for any sort of tech piece. It turns into a story.
Hey, I did well with the freezer. And that's about it. No, you didn't pick the freezer, did you?
I might add some influence. And some people would just say, let me just go buy this TV. I have a TV. I'm home now. It's a toss up. And it's either going to be like, we got a screaming deal on something.
We did get a screaming deal.
Or it's going to be a story and a tangle. And then I know, now I'm remembering this whole thing. And I think why you felt pressure to get that TV is because I was like, John, you got 20 hours wrapped into this TV. And
get a TV in here.
We could have bought 5 TVs at Costco for what your time's worth here. Just get a TV, put it up. So now I'm remembering, these stories just share a little bit more about your own like ADHD here.
Yeah, some of the things.
Or is that's a new term, right?
What?
Have you heard it? AUD.
Oh, I thought you just mispronounced things.
No. People now call it that. It's like
no. I think
it's one of your hyperfixations.
Anyway, I'm happy. Overall, I'm very happy with it.
Yes, you get.
It just kind of annoys me.
Yeah.
What it gets at me is that it's a reminder of seeing the thing. I didn't take the action. I didn't probably make the right choice at that moment. It's not a big deal.
It's not. But you know what? In the future, if this ever happens, I don't ever want you to turn on the TV and be upset. So don't ever just buy something just to get it bought. If you're going to be bothered by
it. I'm very happy with the TV.
I would have been fine if you came home and told me that it was broke and that we needed to keep looking. I would have been fine with that. What I would have done is just go on Costco, ordered it right then, and then picked it up the next day.
All right.
Sometimes it's great to get a deal, but you don't always have to get a deal. You know, it's just that finding that balance. Okay.
All right, girl. Let's see.
Okay. Well, here's an example. Sometimes it's great to get a deal, and then sometimes it is not worth it. And this is one for me. This is a school uniform. This is a dentist school uniform. We have not done an episode about it yet, but our children are starting a small Catholic classical school in our area in January. We've been homeschooling now for over 6 years. This is a huge change. And I've had to get their uniforms purchased over this break since we decided in early December to send them there, and then they got accepted, and we start January 7th. So I'm trying to get the uniforms ordered and figured out. Now, the supplier they used to use was Dentist Uniform. Over the summer, the local store of dentists that had been around forever, like it was around when I was a kid, it shut down. So another place in town DiGiorgio uniform, took over their inventory,
Bought their
inventory,
of their inventory,
and then was selling them out of their store. And then now they were the main supplier for the school uniforms. So I was told by the school that our kids are going to go to this DiGiorgio's uniform. But I noticed on Dennis's website, they were having a liquidation sale because they're going out of business, half off. So,
and if you've ever had to buy these school uniforms, goodness gracious.
They are expensive. They are
the
pricey.
most expensive clothes we've ever bought these kids.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And it's mid-year, so it's not like I can take advantage of the end of school year used uniform sale. You know, that's inevitably happening from other families. And it's a small school, and some of our kids have different sizes than other kids their same age. So I knew we were going to be looking at kind of special purchases.
Yes.
So we tried some things on at the school that they had just kind of as a sample, and a lot of it just didn't work. I knew it wasn't going to work. And so the next thing what to do was I should have gone to DiGiorgio's and tried
That's what
everything
you did.
on. No.
Oh. You didn't.
I went on their website and I saw that they had some of these sizes left that our kids
in the patterns
would be good
that
in the
need.
patterns.
Yeah.
It was the liquidation sale. I was freaked out that it would take a while to get to us. We were like running out of the house to do errands. I just didn't want to forget this. So I went on and I bought 6 skirts in sizes that I was convinced would be absolutely way more than enough to fit our kids and be able to work for them, be pulled in, blah, 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 blah. And then we had tried on shirts at the school, so I knew what sizes they needed. And so I bought those shirts, but I ordered a different cut, like a sleeve cut.
Like a cap sleeve almost.
Yeah, I ordered a different sleeve. Now I did get some socks and some hair bows, and those are fine. And then I read that the sweaters were red, and so I bought those. I mean, I walked out of there. I spent $500 on Dennis uniform. That was half off, so it was $1,000 worth of uniform stuff, and I was patting myself on the back of what a job well done. Much to my regret.
And but one more detail.
I don't want to give
more detail.
Okay.
These purchases were not all at the same time.
No, they weren't.
So
I don't want to lose people in the weeds.
We kept
here.
missing the hit for free shipping.
Oh,
so we had to pay shipping like 3 times.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
true.
So
okay, I don't want to.
It's a mess.
So yeah, shipping fees.
It shows up.
I'm bleeding money all over the place. It shows up. Doesn't fit anybody.
Nothing works.
Nothing.
It's a different manufacturer than what you tried on or something.
Yeah, and what I didn't realize is sometimes these places they'll have a manufacturer for one batch, and they'll slap their dentist uniform on it, but then the next batch may have been completely manufactured somewhere else by somebody else, and it fits just a pinch different, or the fabric's a little bit of a different texture. So none of it fits. Kids hate it. Hate the shirts. Nothing's good. The socks and the hair bows are going to be fine. You know, the least expensive part of this. So we go crawling over to DiGiorgio's, and we have a whole situation.
We spent forever there.
It took forever. Again, our kids are not typical sizes, but also have some sensory struggles. And uniforms are always made of scratchy, terrible fabric that just cuts you at the wrong place. Boys have an easier time with school uniforms. I will say that. They can just go to Target and get a blue polo and a blue pair of pants. But girls are left, they got to get the jumper or they got to get the skirt. And that has to come through the uniform company. And those are always uncomfortable. I wore these things for 12 years of my life. They're completely uncomfortable. Every year, I think I had to go over to my aunt's to get mine altered or tweaked or shifted. Yeah, they're not like the most comfortable thing. I understand why our kids are having those struggles. And it took John making a chart.
I had to draw a spreadsheet because we're in there. We got 3 kids. We got all the different pieces they need to get. They're, of course, in the midst of switching over manufacturers. Plus, there's all the leftover stuff from the first company. So there's 3 different manufacturers going on. All the sizes are different. Yes. A small in one is an extra small in the other, which doesn't even fit you in the third.
So every one of our kids, depending on what they had in stock, like they only had navy blue sweaters by this one brand. So all the kids in that one are going to shift down a size. But then the red sweater is available in this brand. So they're all X size.
You also didn't mention
It
that
was
the
super
red, they said,
stressful.
oh yeah, get the red sweaters. They're not actually red. They're maroon.
It's
They
a
were using
maroon.
red more colloquially.
So I bought a bright red sweater, and they're maroon sweaters. So I'm going to sell all this on eBay.
And this is all to save money, to get it half off,
Oh my gosh,
to make
you
it
guys.
easier on us.
So
and
we-
it has done nothing but.
We end up at DeGiorgio's. We do our order. We don't even go all out. We did get the girls. Originally, I was just going to do one skirt per girl. Now, I got 2 for each one because it's a 5-day school. And they have 2 short sleeve shirts and 2 long sleeve shirts, a maroon sweater and a navy sweater. And that's it. I know other people get more than that, but that's a basic 5-day-a-week school wardrobe for me. It was $900.
Merry Christmas, you filthy
And
animals.
I went and like bought secondhand, Mary Jane's in really good brands, like on eBay and different things that I know are going to fit our kids, or that I really hope our kids.
I hope they fit.
We're going to end up going to somewhere and buying brand new shoes. Anyway, so when I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Oh, this was a doozy. This one was a doozy. So our December budget, it got melted because we had to not only get the enrollment fees for the school through in that budget, we had to do the uniforms.
Instead of paying
and
half
the mistake,
price for the uniforms,
we've
paid 1.5 price. But that's how it goes.
It was a huge
we
error.
tried, we struck out.
Huge error.
At least we got up to bat.
Yeah. So that was a big regret. And I think I had one more thing. I had one more thing.
Of course. You
One
always
more
have
regret.
more regrets than I do.
Oh, I got 10 more. And I thought we were doing 3.
I was doing it 3 and 2, try to keep it upbeat.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Regret.
Here, my last one. This one is, and I feel bad saying it, but
Boy.
Kip.
Wow. This was an indoor play place. They got the gerbil tubes and there's a little kid town, and also it's really cool. Yes.
And it's super fun. I don't regret that we wanted to support this local business coming to our area.
It was cool.
We bought a monthly membership, the family membership, well before, I knew they needed cash flow. So we bought 4 months before they opened doors, 3-4 months before they opened doors. And they've advertised it as, you're kind of grandfathering this in, help us out. We can't wait to come to the area. So I think I locked us in at $39.99, and that seemed fair to me for a family membership. And our kids adored it when it opened up last February. We went 2 times a week at least, and then eventually kind of just once a week.
Mm-hmm.
But we were going, for several months in a row. I think in May, though, we decided to stop because after 2 months of them opening, so they opened in February, by the end of February, they already announced that they were going to be raising rates. And, what do you know?
On everyone.
What do you know? Those of you who joined early to help us out, the grandfathered in, we can't do that.
But what they did was they used the word locked in.
Mm-hmm.
They said, you'll lock in this price.
Yes.
For 1 more month.
Yeah, you'll lock in.
It makes sense that it should be forever.
So it was going to go to $49.99 or something like that. Anyway, there was issue after issue, and I approached them and I said, I understand. If you're not able to run a profitable business, by all means, you need to up your rates and be transparent and honest about that.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are going to be upset that you're making sure your workers are being paid and that you can keep this place open. We don't want to take advantage. And sometimes businesses do get it wrong right away. You don't price it right. Mm-hmm. And then you have too much demand and you need to kind of figure that out. Anyway, they just had misstep after misstep after misstep in our community. Now they figured things out for us. We had a couple of charges that weren't supposed to happen. And anyway, it all got figured out for us because I went into a local mom's Facebook group and had to make a stink about it. And then they finally fixed some of the things. But I've just continued to watch them have issue after issue customer service wise. And that's really what the regret is I tried to I sent an email to the owner. I even talked on the phone with him at one time and just said, you've got to treat your customers different. You've got to have some customer service here because I'm just not seeing any customer service going on. And the people are talking. Moms talk. And now they've raised their rates again to the point that recently I priced it out. A friend pointed this out to me. Mm-hmm. I'd forgotten. I wasn't going to rejoin. Yeah. It would now be $90 a month for our family. So now I feel like they have gone to the other. Well, no. And what upsets me with that is that they've gone to the other extreme of communicating to Omaha that we only want wealthy people to come here. That's what they've done. And that's a regret that we even did business with a business that would essentially go to that level of they didn't want as many people there. And I understand that. They could have done that through a couple different levers, and they've chosen to do it with their pricing.
Interesting.
To bring a certain level of clientele in. And I don't like that. That's frustrating to me. And I'm kind of just disappointed we ever supported
Wow.
them. So,
I did not see that one coming to be on the list.
I know. I wanted it to be a thing in 25 that was just part of our family culture and that we were always a supporter of them and we had a fun place to go. I liked working while the kids ran around and had fun. We met other homeschooling families there. The kids, they had a blast, but it's just a regret that it all shook out. That it all shook out the way it did.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us to the end of our regrets. So we have our loves, our regrets. What do you think the big takeaway is? Right? We've actually stopped, thought about this. And I think this is what's helpful for you to do, is to do the similar thing, but to not just make the list, but see what pattern emerges. What can we learn about ourselves, or hopefully make better choices, right? Go to those things that have been, make that loves list hopefully longer this year. More things fit into the loves list, not necessarily buy more things, but more of your purchases can end up being those ones that they were really impactful in a good way, and hope to minimize those that we regret. What do you think?
You know, I guess as you were saying that, I think in our personal examples and maybe not other people's, and it's something that we could be better at, tripping over pennies on your way to dollars. The Texeras struggle there, and we will sometimes still, we've been handling money.
Uniforms were last week.
Exactly. Sometimes we get it screwed up and we make it harder on ourselves than it needs to be in order to save a buck. Now, sometimes it works out beautifully, but we don't always discern those situations well.
The love
and if I really looked at, okay, it's Christmas time. We only have a couple weeks left with the kids at home. Financially, I don't have to save money on these uniforms. And you know what? I'm not going to run the risk of them having things that don't fit them. I want to pay for things that fit the first go. And I don't want to have this be something that takes up and sucks up time, energy, blah, blah, blah. If I would have just thought and discerned about that before I just rushed in to try to save a couple bucks, I would have come to the realization that we just needed to go in and pay. And that it wasn't a moment to try to save money. I didn't use that discernment, and it really bit us in the butt. But the Texeras going into 2026, I think we've got to preserve that skill of saving money and being really thrifty stewards. But we need to also consider the flip side and just understand that saving money isn't always the right thing to do.
It's interesting. That desire to get a good deal, to save money, to be a good steward is a defining factor in almost all of our favorites.
It is.
It's what made them a great purchase, maybe even possible. I don't know if I would have gotten the mug or the coffee grinder at full price. I don't think I would have made that choice to do that. It wouldn't have been such a good deal, and it was such a favorited purchase anymore. So it's a kind of an essential element of making a favorite. But it also seems to be a contributing factor to our largest regrets.
And so
truly a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword, and I think that the question really is going to be in 2026 for us, and for those of you who are similar. Money is a resource, and it has to be weighed at least the same equality as time, if not deferring a little bit more weight to time. And as we get older and the responsibilities get stronger and higher and we're torn more, we are now, when we were younger and had less things, you could kind of, whatever, like saving the money was much more of a higher priority than balancing it with time because we had the time. The time's gone now. It is gone now. And we've been in conflict with that reality, I'd say for a couple of years. I think we've both had those conversations. And it's now that moment of, actually, we need to pay money to preserve more time. And even if that means we're just paying full price and not getting as many deals as we typically enjoy. And that's tough.
I wonder if it is something that it's something to keep in mind, something where the approach shifts as you are moving through the financial phases.
Certainly. And because we're at the farther end of
Because
it,
early on, it's like, I need to save a buck.
there isn't
I need
extra-
to
yeah.
scrape extra money to have savings or to get out of debt or
Yes,
whatever it is.
absolutely.
So I am going to spend the time to do this.
Yes.
Interesting.
Right. So we now are at the point where we could save money to contribute more to generosity, or to contribute more to things we're doing in the family, or to put more away for retirement. But should we? Should some of that money just be going out to save sanity and time? And that's kind of where we're at now.
It's just a different or a deeper discernment when it comes to using the money. Yes, still want to find a good deal, still want to save money, still want to, use some of these skills that we still have. But there are times in each of these regrets where we're going down the path and it would have been the better choice to think, you know what? I don't need to be committed to this path. I'm glad I came down it. But now that I'm looking down the road, I don't think it's going to end up as well as I thought it was going to. So I'm going to exit now and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
That, I think, is the thing that we really need to develop going into this year.
Yeah.
All right, then.
That's our big lesson. I'd love to know what it is that you come to the conclusion around.
Yes. Well, and just...
This has been a long episode.
Yeah. You think... I thought it'd just be a throwaway. But what are your favorites and your regrets of purchases of 2025? And yes, what are those insights that they reveal about your spending and how that might be tweaked moving into the next year?
Can't wait to hear.
If you enjoyed this, share it with somebody. Send this episode right now, copy the link, hit the share button, and send it to a couple of your friends. It helps more people learn about the show, helps us have a larger impact in the world, and more people become good stewards of what they've been given. So thank you from all of us here at Waltland and the Catholic Money Show. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.